Hello YouTube, time for a video again. Well, we're doing the introduction in front of Wolfie's tank again, as per usual. Come on, Wolfie. And that female behind me in the pot, I did the last video I did last week, she was in the pot, and she has not been out for a whole week. So, definitely some spawn in there. She'll be coming out next week, maybe, with a big cloud of fry. Anyway, this week's video, we're going to have a look at the Beani, and I'm going to do a little bit of feeding with my Beani and have a little bit of fun with the earthworms. And then we're going to take a look at the Haitiensis. The Haitiensis has took a bit of a battering. And if you watch the video right to the end, at the end I'm going to show you a fish what I need to move on. So without further ado, let's get on it. Right, we'll have a bit of an update on the Beani. He's kept as a wet pet and he's absolutely fin perfect. There's not a mark on this fish. So if you want to keep a fin perfect fish, it's nice to keep them on their own. If you wanted to show fish, and if I don't show fish, I don't show them. He's always looking at the top. I'm trying to get him down. You can't film them. There he comes. You can't film them too good when they're up at the surface. But like I said, if I wanted to take a fish to a show, this is the sort of fish I would take, because it's unmarked. There's not a mark on his pectorals, not like the Haitiensis, what I'm going to show you after the Beani. Yeah, so he's doing really well. I'm really so proud of this fish now, because he lives in a high traffic area between my kitchen and utility room, so we're always to and from in. And for the first few months he didn't do so well. He was quite frightened, but now, well, every time you walk past the tank he's up and down, up and down, up and down like a puppy dog. Let's have a look at his look at the blues. I'm trying to get good shots, but I'm struggling. Look at the blues and greens and that in his fins, in his tail and his unpaired fins. Anyway, I'll put some sinking food in, see if it'll slow him down a bit. But he's turned into a right wet pet fish. But it's took quite a, as you can see the blues there, look. It's taken quite a long time to get him into a wet pet fish. Anyway, let's get some food in and shut up waffling onwards. Right, I don't know how this will go. I'm going to put sinking pellets in, but I normally feed him on floaters. The reason why I'm going to put the sinking ones in is because I want to, that's a better shot. I want to be able to see him with his head down. I want to see him looking at the top all the time. There we go. Well, not even, I put loads in. Blimey, I put a handful in that time, wanting some to get to the bottom so we can get a better shot of him. And he munched them all up. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with the way the Beani's going. There's another pellet. That one floated. It's actually a sinker. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with the way he's going. He lives alone in this corner tank. I'm going to let him crunch them down, and I'm going to give him a treat. Well, give him a treat. There he's looking at the bottom. I'm going to give him a treat. I'm going to give him a nice big juicy earthworm. He loves his earthworms. But like I always say on my videos, I've overfed him there, look. I normally give him one at a time, but I put a handful in that time because I wanted him to get his head down so we could get some better shots of him. But typically, look there, look, he's going for me at the glass. Yeah, typically he let me down. He took them all in at once. He's got miles too many in his gob. I like feeding one at a time. If you feed handfuls like that, that's where you get your pollution in your tank. So if you've only got one wet pet, you can just put a few in at a time. Anyway, I'm going on. We'll let him crunch them down, and then I'll give him a nice juicy worm. He's still crunching them up. He's been crunching them up for ages. And look at all the bits floating about in the tank. That's why people say you need a lovely big filter for American cichlids. And do you know what the worst fish for it is? You will all know. Most popular large cichlid in the hobby. Your Oscars. That's why you need a good filter to clear all this out. But to be honest, I don't normally do this. I spend ages and ages and ages feeding my fish. I'll just put 1 or 2 in at a time, let him eat it. Then another couple, let him eat it. Cause I just love sitting there watching them feeding. So I'm going to give him his worm, but he's still munching on them, messing up his tank. Can you see him crunching? Yeah. Anyway, I'll put pause again. Right, he's finally got them pellets down and ate them. So I've overfed him purposely to try to get some good footage of him, but it's backfired on me because that didn't work, did it? So I wonder if he'll take his earthworm treat now, or is he too full? He's in his little hiding cave. Anyway, let's get him a worm. Come here, mate. I ain't got a name for him. Let's give him a worm, and then we'll better get moved on a bit here. We're going to have a look at the Haitiensis after these. There we go, his earthworm. Look at him. He knows it's coming in. This is his favourite treat. And then, like I said, he's like I keep him as a wet pet, and he's like come really interactive over time. It's not going to happen overnight. But he's fin perfect like a showfish. So let's get this worm in the top. Right, I'm going to mess about with him and tease him. Look, this is what I like to do. Come on, boy, chase it. He's got at the end of it. He's got some blooming sharp teeth. He's chewing that. He's not so hungry as what he was though. Look, tease him. Oh, he's got a bit of that. You don't let him catch you because he's got teeth like blooming razor blades. I'll tell you. Oh, look at him. So let's make him go and... So I just love this fish. It's such a cat... Oh, I got it. I dropped it. I'll let him munch that one up. I'll tell you what, I'm overfeeding him, but I'm going to let him munch that down. We'll give him one more, then we're going to have to go and have a look at the Haitiensis. There we go again. This is his last one. He's had miles too much food with all those pellets, but we're just doing this for the video. I hope we don't get an upset tummy. Come on then, over the top. Let's get it in. There he goes. Oh, it's got it. He's slowing down a bit now. There he goes. Oh, he got it. He's faster than me. Look, I'll beat you that time, mate. But let's have a competition. Who's the fastest, me or the fish? Come on, get it. No, I might maybe frightening him a bit. Come on, mate. I'll let you have it. A freebie. There he goes. Anyway, I think we've looked at this Beani long enough now. But you've got to admit he's beautiful, and he's turned into a lovely, lovely fish, full of character. Now we're going to have a look at the Haitiensis, but the Haitiensis is not fin perfect like this fella. I'll tell you now. Let's get off and have a look. Right, let's take a look at the Haitiensis. Look at it again. She's giving him some jip as per usual because she's got a batch of fry just come out this last couple of days. There's quite a few in there. Most of them are hidden under these rocks. I've got to get these rocks out. They don't do this tank justice whatsoever. They've got all that brown algae on them. I'm going to have to find something else to put in here. Well, I'll match the substrate. I think the substrate does the Haitiensis proud. It always makes them look good. But the trouble is, when they're breeding, if you want to have a show quality fish, don't let your fish breed. Look at his pectoral. God, look how rough that is. Look at her. She gives him right hard time. And on this gill plate, there's a pink mark there, like a piece of skin been bitten out of him. So she gives him a really, really hard time every time they spawn. So if you want a fin perfect fish, don't let them breed. Isn't it funny? I think she's more feisty than the male. Yeah, she looks beautiful though, doesn't she? Let's look. There she goes again. Poor old Jack. Poor old Jack. Yeah, so you know, I've bred these loads of times, and it's always been exactly the same. The females tend to be a lot more nastier than the males. So that obviously, probably that's where the name Black Nasty comes from, because she's black. She's definitely black, and she's nasty, and she's definitely nasty. Anyway, I'm already going on a bit. We'll put some sinking pellets in here, and we'll have a watch them feed. And there he goes. There she goes again. Blooming heck, mate. You're going to have to learn to stand up for yourself. Grow a pair. Right, here we go with the sinking pellets. Put them in. See if the female comes. She's coming. There she goes. She'll be crunching them up and feeding a fry with them. Go on, Jack. Get them down here before she comes and gives you some more hammer. Let's look at that pectoral fin. Yeah, it's a right mess. I hope that heals up 100% and doesn't leave any marks, but I'm sure it will. Yeah, so it's coming on nicely, growing nice and steady. I reckon it's fit of her. Yeah, I love this black and white. Let's zoom in on it. Get a focus. This black and white substrate. I always like this black and white substrate with a male Haitiensis. I reckon it brings out the colours absolutely beautifully. Yeah, I think that it showcases them off really nicely. So, like I just repeated myself again, like I'm going to have to get rid of these rocks. The rocks just look terrible. But what is a bonus? And it's got all this horrible algae on it. But look at them fry on that there. Look, the fry are actually feeding off the stones. But she'll be crunching the pellets up and feeding them as well. Right, that's a shot of the fry eating. There's all the little particles of food what the females crunched up. Can you see all them little particles on that horrible brown algae? Look at them little fry feeding on that. That's about as good a quality. Oh, it's out of focus now. Let's get it back in. There we go. Yeah, you can see them feeding. I always think fry grow better when you leave them with the parents. Yeah, they're gonna grow lovely, they are. But I shan't keep these fry because I've already got a blooming batch in my fish room. I've got that many Haitiensis. I don't know what to do with them. I'll see if I get it back. Go back down to normal. Normal. Are we non-normal? Yeah. So we've looked at the Beani. The Beani is a fin perfect fish. Because he's kept us like a wet pet. And we've had a look at the Haitiensis and poor old Jack. Poor old Jack. He's getting a bit tatty, but he's enjoying his pellets. You can see him crunching up there. Yeah, so we'll leave these now, and I hope she does. Hope she's easy on him. Yeah, that's all you need in it. You want it's like having a nagging wife, isn't it? Giving your earache all day. Vera, don't give him earache. He wants some peace and quiet, don't you, boy? You fertilised the spawn. What more does she want? Anyway, I think I've gone on enough about these. I'm going to go down the fish room and show you a fish what I need to move on to make room to grow me doveye fry on. So I've got a fish coming up for sale, and I'd like to give my viewers like the heads up, like if they want to buy one, I'd rather sell it to one of my YouTube followers I'd rather sell it to a YouTube follower than a perfect stranger. Yeah, so we'll leave these be now. We'll nip and have a look at the fish what I've got to sell. Blooming heck, give him some. Right, just before I head off down to the fish room, I just watched that last clip back and I made a mistake all the way through the video. I was calling this Jack and Vera. This ain't Jack and Vera. This is Stan and Hilda. I sold Jack and Vera. The other week, didn't I? To Jackson Page. I hope they're doing fine. Yeah, so this is Stan and Hilda. It's an age thing. When you get to my age, get all confused.com sometimes. So I've got to remember that next time. This is Stan and Hilda. Stan and Hilda. Not Jack and Vera. Anyway, let's get down the fish room and have a look at the fish I need to sell and move on. Right, I'm out here in the fish room now, and I need to make room. I've got to move on some fish. This is my Rio Blanco. I have to think, don't I? I'm getting it. That's age thing, isn't it? This is my Rio Blanco Tiger Moto, bought from Cichlids of the Americas as a small fry. I grew a group of 8 on, and I finished up with 2 lovely pairs. Now she's actually guarding some wigglers down here somewhere, but I can't see him. She's hidden from me. So that's the female. Yeah, Rio Blanco Red Tiger Moto Parachromas, and this is the male. Yeah, so I've got 2 pairs of these out of the bunch of 8 I got. So I need to move a pair on it. I'm running out of space fast. So you can't keep all your favourite species, can you? Because you always run out of tank space. So I've got another pair. I'll show you them, but I need to get them sold. Right, I'm struggling to get footage of these. This is the female. She's about 7 inches, probably more. And she's absolutely fin perfect, not a mark on the body. So the males are just the same. It's about the same size as well, and these are absolutely fin perfect. Anyway, like I said, I'm struggling to get footage. We'll get back and have a look at the other ones. Right, I've moved back to the other pair now, because these are showing that these are a bit like braver and coming out, because I think it's because she's guarding wigglers. So yeah, I need to move a pair of these on. I can't accommodate 2 pairs. I'll be keeping 1 pair. So if anybody wants a pair of red Tiger Motos, Rio Blanco from Cichlids of the Americas, which have been raised and paired up by myself, Andy Woods, check out Accurate Classifieds, because I'll be putting an advert on there, in the UK that is. So if you're in the UK, check out Accurate Classifieds, and these are going to be up for sale, because I need the tank space. If anybody follows my channel, I've got my red morph Parachromas Dovi, and I've also got red morph Parachromas Dovi crossed with blue morph Parachromas Dovi. So I need a lot of tank space to grow all these fish out. Yeah, so if anybody wants a nice pair of fish, fin perfect, unmarked, check out Accurate Classifieds and look for Andy Woods. You're making space for the fry from this couple. Wolfie Junior. Come on, Wolfie Junior. There he is, hiding on there. That's Wolfie Junior, son of big old Wolfie. I'm calling the female, if she'll come out and show her face. She's not going to come out. I think she looks like her. She's got orange and white markings. She looks a bit like, to me, but a bit like a clownfish. So I'm calling her Coral. So we've got Coral and Wolfie Junior. We need to raise their fry on. Yeah, I got the name Coral from on one of my last videos. I said, what's the female clownfish called on the Nemo film? And one of my followers said his children love, that's their favourite film. So he told me it was Coral. So if you're watching, we've named the fish after you. We got Wolfie Junior. Wolfie, that's a good shot of him in the same shot, isn't it? We've got Wolfie Junior and Coral. Yeah, so this is the reason why one of the reasons why I'm selling the red Tiger Motos. I can't accommodate them all, and I need a tank space to grow these fry out. These are fry from Rufus. These are red dove eyes crossed with red dove eyes, so they should get like quite a lot of peelers. In fact, 80%, 90%, whatever. There's a spawning pot what I removed the other week. There's still 1 or 2 mouldy eggs in there what didn't hatch on. I need to get them out and get it cleaned up. Yeah, so these will be up for sale. Well, it's going to take quite a few months to get them to a good size, big enough to sell. I put some algae in there, this algae ball, because good food for newborn fry, algae. Anyway, these will be for sale when they're big enough. Right, it's time to wrap this video up. I think I've gone on long enough. We're back here in front of Wolfie. Wolfie, come on. Wolfie. Yeah, we're back here in front of Wolfie. The female's probably still in the pot behind me. Yeah, so if you fancy a pair of red tiger motos, check out Actress Classifiers and look under the Central American cichlid section. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers. I'm getting very, very close to 10,000 now. So if you like these sort of videos, hit the sub button and the notification bell. It's free of charge, and if you get fed up of me, which you probably will, you can always unsubscribe. Anyway, until the next time, happy fish keeping to you all. Ta-ra!